my name's Hoku. This is a quick unboxing of the Bolt Action Pegasus bridge set. This is a scenario set for Bolt Action, technically 2nd edition, except I'm going to be playing it with 3rd edition. Comes with an approximately A3 size box. It's quite deep and it contains quite a lot of stuff. This is a British versus German set for Normandy. So it'll be June the 6th, 1944, if I remember correctly. In this set, this is a basically a specific scenario set. It comes with a booklet detailing the units involved and the various scenarios. I think they've actually split it down so you can actually have scenarios of taking the bridge and actually taking the engagement on the other side of the bridge as well. And then you've got the German counterattack. This looks like it's going to be using some possibly 21st Panzer Division units. That looks a little bit like one of the converted French light tanks into a Marder. And we've got the night fighting rules, although these will all be out of date and replaced by those in the new rule book. So we've got the instructions about how to build the British Airborne, which are units I don't actually have. I've got plenty of British infantry, but no British Airborne. More German Grenadier sprues to join the huge pile of German Grenadier sprues I already have. And we've got some unique units in here. We've got a German MG42. I don't actually have one of those. And a German 5cm anti-tank gun. It's an interesting mount in that. It must be one specifically for guarding canals and such. It's not the standard Pack 38, I think the 50cm or 50mm is sometimes referred to as. We have the order of battle for both sides. Again, I might have to double check these with the 3rd edition rulebook, but they should be able to be played pretty much as they're shown here. Then we've got a quick sheet, but this will be for 2nd edition, not 3rd edition. So that's could be quite interesting. Seems to have a little bit around about the history of it all as well, which is quite nice. This is the set which doesn't include the Horsa gliders, but I may 3D print some of those. I've got a 3D printer just over here. Yeah, that should be fun. So here we have, that's all the plastic. So we got some decals that can go into my decal pile. I don't actually tend to put decals on my troops. A bit too small for that. So that'll be the Falcon MG. That looks like a Volksgrenadier, not Volksgrenadier, the Her Grenadier sprue, and another one. And a 3rd one. And a 4th. A pile of bases. And 2 sprues of airborne. So the airborne are quite outnumbered here, but that's again quite realistic to the scenario. The Germans were largely inexperienced troops who were brought in from lands taken over by the German army, and they didn't want to be there particularly much. When the fighting starts, they mainly all run away. Right, what do we have here? Pegasus Bridge, German here, MMG, so, and Major John Howard. So Major John Howard's a unique model for this set, so that's quite good. A unique leader for the British paratroops, and I think there's 3 troops in the German MMG team, so that's quite nice. Look forward to building one of those. German 5cm KWK 39, which I'm pretty certain is the same as the PAC 38, but I'll have to have a look into that. Sorry about any background noise. I wanted to get this started and looked at as soon as possible. A very bendy gun there. Banana guns always fun to try and fix. But yes, I decided to not root out my proper microphone, so I'm having to make deal with the camera microphone, so you might hear a bit of road noise. It's all looking rather nice. These are the resin parts, so there's a sandbags set, standard grey resin, and a replacement for the 5cm gun. It's got some very fuzzy, sandy-like textures. I'll have to use some of my Vallejo thick mud on this, I think, and maybe a bit of flock. That should be fun to build up. Big piece of resin. Instructions set about resin kits, probably just to wash in warm water with some washing up liquid. Yep. Yep, this is not a toy, not suitable for children under the age of 15. Well, mainly small bits and lead and such. Now, this is one of the major parts of the set. Cool. There's a lot here. There's actually 2 sets, I believe, in here. There should be. Let's move the box out of the way. There should be the Cafe Gondry with detailed interior. That's kind of cool. And there should be the Pegasus bridge itself here. So let's have a look at this. Let's grab a kniff. This is actually the main part of the set. The Pegasus bridge on its own is, I think, £104. And so for not a heck of a lot more, this isn't bad. Oh, I was hoping it was going to be printed, but it looks like it's, I'm going to have to paint it up myself. So those are the CAD style drawings of how it all goes together. So that's for the main bridge. This is for the control room here and the back area. This is for the gantry, or for the gantry, the physical bridge itself. This is all on there. Yeah. Control room on top. Okay, so that's all the instructions for the bridge. And then we've got the instructions for the cafe as well. A quick look at the MDF parts for this. I'm a little bit gutted that the MDF isn't pre-painted or pre-printed. As I have recently bought a Normandy townhouse which came fully painted and or printed It's quite a nice set with all an interior, but sadly it doesn't look like this is, so I'm going to have to paint all this up from scratch, which is going to be a little bit of a bind, trying to do brickwork. So that's part of the cafe. Oh, there's a bunker as well. I didn't see any instructions for the bunker. Ah, German bunker. It looks like it's a damaged house. Okay, I thought it was like a concrete bunker, but I could be wrong. Well, I am wrong. This is part of the cafe. This is part of the bunker. Then we have parts of the cafe. Be quite careful here, so this has already been fully punched out. Some more parts of the cafe. Quite a nice little set. This is now all parts for the girders and everything for the bridge. Cool. So more parts for the bridge, control rooms and such. This bit's already come out. Looks like it's the ladders and such. It's already come out. More parts of girders and such. There's an awful lot of bridge, which is a shame that this bridge is largely only used for this scenario, but I suppose you could get away with doing some of them in the Netherlands and such as well. Not quite historically correct. These bits are always useful for bricks. Quite good, maybe a bit big. Okay, so this set is a lot of MDF and some card MDF as well. So let's see how this card MDF works. A lot of MDF to glue. It's a shame, because I've got an awful lot of tanks to build as well. But what do I think of this set? It's really a specific scenario, isn't it? I think the replayability will be quite good though. It's an interesting encounter, and you can expand the encounter as well, because you can include not just the airborne, but you can include the the glider troops, and I think the parachute regiment ended up backing them up as well at some stage. So that would be quite an interesting one to add. Then you've got the counter attacks as well, which is quite good because I've got a fair few tanks that I can have coming into the encounter. That should be good fun. This will go down quite well with the gaming group as well, I think. Plenty of nice colour photos there to work out what to print. Overall, it's largely a terrain set rather than a unit set, I would say. But that's not necessarily bad because I really like building terrain. I've probably enjoyed doing that as much as I enjoy doing the troops.